Welcome to Better Basketball Minds, where I teach athletes the connection between their mind and performance. Today I want to talk about the Deontay Wilder fight. I know it's basketball, but I like to go to all different sports because you learn different things when you talk about swimming and boxing and all these other sports. It gives you perspective because it's all the same thing. We're talking about performance here. Like I'm performing right now. When you look on TV, you see Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. They performing as soon as that red light comes on. Everybody is in a performance. When you go to an interview, you're performing. You're trying to be yourself, the best version of yourself in a pressurized situation. So Deontay Wilder, in his own words, as soon as he gets to the stadium, he feels this pressure that he's never felt before in his whole life. He said his mind is racing. He just feels all this pressure and anxiety that he didn't feel before.
You think that you won. What changed from game plan to being in those ropes?
What changed to get? Because my game plan definitely went out the window. I abandoned the game plan for sure. I was definitely. It was a lot when I walked into the arena. It was a lot of pressure on me just to see the outcome. And boxing is not the number one sport here. And it's always been the talk about the back in the days how it were, and it just feels so much pressure just to bring the excitement back to America with the heavyweight division. I remember a time when no one knew who the heavyweight champion was here. So you got me, a guy just trying to bring it back and have all this on me. It was crazy for me. So my emotion got the best of me, and I was very anxious to get him out of there. I promised people I was going to knock him out, and that was my main goal. And that whole game plan of me just coming out, staying patient, doing the thing, what I had to do, went totally out the window. I kept going back to my corner and saying, why am I not, calm down. I kept calm down.
And then what surprised him was when he went to the official weigh-in that day, he was 209 pounds. He said he's never been that light before, and he was fighting somebody who was 260. So now Deontay Wilder is fighting somebody who's one of the tallest opponents he's ever fought. That's number one. Number two, one of the heaviest opponents he's ever fought. Number three, one of the most elusive fighters. So all these things is racing through his mind. So I'm guessing there is some limiting beliefs. Like, can he really do it? You got to remember, Tyson Fury actually beat Klitschko, which is one of the best fighters of all time. So in his mind, in his conscious mind, he's thinking, okay, I'm about to get him out of here quick. But deep down in his heart and his deepest beliefs, he probably has a couple limiting beliefs down there. And then he said this. He says a couple, every time he'd go back to his corner, he would get mad at himself, and he would say, man, what's wrong with me? Why is my mind getting into the way? So because he knew he wasn't feeling right, what he did was he said, I'm just going to throw one punch and get him out of there. My question to you is, do you do the same thing? When pressure gets too high in the game, you know you got about 19 moves you can work from. You got 19 different things you can do. You can play free, but no, you just settle for that one move because you're trying to hurry up and get to the spot. All that is anxiety, right? So if we talking about Deontay Wilder, you talking about the man who has heart, who has the heart of a lion. He is at the top of his sport. 40 and 0. 40 on 1. Okay. The man ain't been beat yet. So what I'm telling you is, when we're talking about this peak performance thing, when we're talking about getting rid of the interfering thought patterns, whatever it is, it could be fear of failure, fear of success, in a shooting slump, not shooting the ball aggressively, not shooting enough, whatever it is, it has nothing to do with heart. Because a lot of people are saying, I already got heart. It has nothing to do with heart. Deontay Wilder has heart. What it has to do with is you training your mind, because your mind needs training so that your body will operate the right way. It's about emotional reactions too, but you want to train your mind so your body reacts the right way, that you can be fluent, that you can flow, and that it can be some effortlessness there. That's why you train your mind. You don't say, oh, I got heart, so I'm not going to work on my jump shot. You don't say that, because you want that muscle memory to kick in. Well, your thought has to have memory. Your thought has to have memory so it remembers what it feels like always wrap it inside. You want to take it into that space of confidence when you're preparing, so that it remembers what it feels like to be confident. So when you get to the moment, it automatically flows out. You don't have to think. There's no thinking. It's just flow. That's what you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna have a part 2, but before I finish, I want to explain my diagram real quick. Y'all see that? Okay. Y'all like my handwriting, don't y'all? Okay, so the top part is your conscious mind. Bottom part is your unconscious mind, or what I like to say, your power mind, how I like to explain it to younger athletes. The top part is what you think. You know, when you get to the game, you say to yourself, I'm gonna score 25 points, I'm gonna kill them boys. Okay, a dot represents a thought. It's a positive thought that you have. So inside your conscious mind or your ego, you always think that you're gonna dominate, but that does not always happen. Now, does it? That's only worth 7% of your body's processing or your brain's processing power. What does that mean? That means how you behave, who you really are, your emotional reactions, what operates your body is only influencing your body 7%. Down below, that is your unconscious or your power mind. Okay, so this runs your whole body. So you don't have to think about blinking. You don't have to think about breathing. You don't have to think about your heartbeat, because this part of your mind is running the whole show. Okay, and it operates on pictures. That's a side point. But what I want to tell you is that ego that you have, whatever you think that I know you be listening to all the rap music and trying to hype yourself up and act like you're the best and all that. That's the top portion. Okay, once you enter competition, once he got to the stadium, the top part goes away, and what's real to you, that is the part that shows up. So we always have two parts of ourselves. We have the confident part of ourselves, and then we have the interference part of ourselves. So if you're thinking thoughts of interference down below, or thinking thoughts of a limiting belief, probably what he was thinking, I'm only 209. He's 260. He can flow. He can, this guy can box. I'm not connecting on none of my shots. So up here, he thought he could destroy the guy. Down here, he was limiting himself, which actually affects your body. It gets inside your muscles. You start thinking on a one-track mind. You're very tight. You're very rigid. You feel what I'm saying? So what I want to tell you is, this is why you train mentally, and this is why my process is so powerful, because I teach athletes how this part of your mind thinks. This thinks in words. This part down here thinks in pictures. That's why imagery in psychology is so important. So if you can create the right image, guess what? You can dominate. You can just, all you do is train. You train physically. Boom. You do what you gotta do physically. Then you learn the right way. This is big time stuff. You learn the right way to train your mind mentally. And then when you get to the game, you just flow. And because you're operating in that part of yourself, from that part of yourself, the automatic part, you automatically know how to breathe. You don't have to think about that. You automatically blink. When you get into a room where there's light, your eyes automatically dilate. You feel what I'm saying? This stuff happens automatically. It handles millions of bits of information all at one time. That means it knows what it's doing better than you do. So why not let that part of you take control? That's what they mean by trusting your skills. You don't want to. That's exactly what they mean by trusting your skills. But you got to train your mind first and learn how to do it. So this is the reason why you get done with games and you're frustrated, because you know that you're playing well below your potential. But I'm calling this one the Deontay Wilder effect, because he is at the top of his game. You feel what I'm saying? It's like LeBron James playing in the NBA having a mental problem. It's not really a mental problem. It's really a lack of training. So that's one piece that I want to bring to the basketball world. Yes, we train on our jump shots. We know how to do all the other stuff. We got trainers out here. We got information that we didn't have before. But what you got to do is you got to learn to train your mind, or all that muscle memory that you built, you messing it up, because your mind, if it's thinking the wrong thoughts, it's going to interfere with that muscle memory. And you have that experience already. You shoot 200, 300 jump shots before a game, and you walk away with 7 points and you're frustrated because you went 2 2 for 13 from the outside. Why'd you do that? My athletes don't do that. Whoever I work with, they all, no matter how much of a problem they have beforehand, they automatically break through PRs because they learn to trust their skills and they play with the part of their mind that's the most powerful and the part of their mind that's the most consistent. You feel what I'm saying? So it's truly a mind game. Basketball is 80% mental, 20% physical. And once you get up to those regional and semi-state games, it's definitely more 90% mental. Talking about college, D1, any college, 90% mental. Professional, the same way. So you gotta learn how to train your mind. This is a little bit of Holyfield type stuff. Remember, better basketball does not start on the court.